So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I have my BSI on. I'm going to walk into the scene and I'm going to go ahead and scan the scene and make sure that it is safe. As I walk up to the patient, I'm going to say, "Hello, ma'am, my name is Greg. I'm with the EMT class. What's going on today?"
My chest hurts.
Your chest hurts? Well, the nature of illness is going to be the chest pain. And so I'm going to go ahead and request ALS assistance right now. And this is my only patient that I have. So when did this chest pain start hurting, ma'am?
About 40 minutes ago.
About 45 minutes ago? Okay. I'm just going to now check at her airway, make sure that her airway is patent, that she is breathing at a normal rate and depth. What is her rate and her depth?
Respiratory rate is 20, unlabored with adequate chest excursion.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that she has adequate ventilation. As well as that, I'm going to go and put her on oxygen. So, ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and put you on some oxygen. You're not having any neck pain, are you?
No.
Okay. We're not going to stabilize your spine then. We're just going to put you on this oxygen and we're going to go from there, okay? So right in your nose. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and plug this in. We're going to give you 2 liters of oxygen per minute. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and feel your pulse. Does she have strong circulation? What's her radial pulse rate?
Pulse is present at carotid and radial, slightly rapid.
Okay, slightly rapid. So, any major bleeding? No major bleeding? Okay. And what's her skin color and temperature?
Skin is pale, cool to the touch, slightly clammy.
Okay, cool to touch and slightly clammy. All right, so right now I'm going to go ahead and make a transport decision. I think I'm going to need to get you to the hospital. I think you need to be checked out by a physician. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. So now we're going to start with a few more questions, all right? With this questioning, the first thing I want to know is your onset. What were you doing when this happened?
I was just walking through the park.
You were just walking through the park? Okay, and did you find anything that makes it better or worse?
No, not really.
Not really?
It just hurts.
And if you could describe that pain, how would you describe that pain?
Kind of sharp and stabbing.
Sharp and stabbing. And does it radiate anywhere? Does it go anywhere else?
It goes up my left shoulder and into my neck.
Okay. On a pain scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst pain of your life, how would you rate that pain?
6.
A 6. And how long would you say? 45 minutes or so?
Yeah, about
Okay.
that.
And has this ever happened to you before?
Just not this bad.
Not this bad.
Not
So you've
even
had
this
chest
bad.
pain before?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you some more questions. So your signs and symptoms that I'm seeing is some chest pain, and we're going to discuss that a little bit further. The next thing is allergies. Are you allergic to anything?
Sulfa and penicillin.
Sulfa and penicillin. And are you taking any medications?
I take aspirin, lisinopril, allopurinol, and nitroglycerin.
When was the last time you took your aspirin?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Okay, and so it sounds like you have a history of high blood pressure, gout, as well as some cardiac problems. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Have you taken any nitroglycerin?
No, it's been a week or 2.
A week or 2? Okay. When was the last time you ate or drank anything?
Oh, about an hour ago.
An hour ago. And you said the events leading up to you were just walking in
Yeah,
the
I
park.
was-
Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is going to get a good set of vital signs on you, okay? All right, I'm just going to put this on your... So while we're talking about this, what I'm going to go and do is get this blood pressure real quick. So I got 132 over 90.
Blood pressure is 134 over 88.
134 over 88. And what is her radial pulse?
Radial pulse is 104, strong and regular.
104 strong regular. And her respiratory rate?
Respiratory rate is 20, unlabored with adequate chest excursion.
Okay. And so the next thing I'm going to ask you is some questions about your overall pain. So you said that you have some cardiac pain, and so I'm worried about your cardiovascular system, obviously. With that, when you take a deep breath, does that change?
That's about the same.
It doesn't change the pain at all? Okay.
Maybe a little bit, but.
A little bit? Okay, I'm gonna listen to your lung sounds real quick, okay? Can you take a deep breath for me? Good. And another one? Good. One more. And one more. Alrighty. And does that change the pain any?
Oh, maybe a little bit, but not much.
Okay. So I've looked at your pulmonary system. I'd like to, have you been any under stress or anything? Have you been fighting with anybody? Any arguments, anything like that recently?
No, not really, no.
So no real psychiatric problems, nothing like that, huh? Okay. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your GI. When was the last time you ate or drank anything? You said about
About an hour ago.
an hour ago, and was it something you normally eat?
Oh, yeah, salad and.
Okay.
anything.
And it didn't upset your stomach or
No,
anything?
no.
Okay, do you ever get heartburn or anything like that?
Every once in a while, but not.
Okay.
Not anything serious.
Nothing. I'm just going to press on your stela. Does it hurt any when I
No,
press?
no.
Okay. And no possibility of being pregnant, right? Okay. And so we've kind of looked at some other body parts. I think what I'm going to do is going to give you some aspirin, okay? And
Okay.
so with the aspirin, I'm going to go ahead and give you 325 milligrams,
Okay.
okay? And then you said you take nitroglycerin, right?
Yes.
So this is aspirin, 325 milligrams. It's within date. All right, so we'll just give you one of these. If you could just chew one of those. Oh, not four. Just chew one of those. Okay. And so your nitroglycerin. I'm going to go ahead and call the emergency room physician and see if I could give you
Yeah.
some
Looks like I have it.
nitroglycerin since you have it, okay? It looks like it's in date, and it looks like it's all ready to give. So, Medic 1 to Doctor.
Medic 1, go ahead.
Good afternoon. We have a 64-year-old female with chief complaint of chest pain. She started having chest pain after walking in the park. Well, in the park, she started having that chest pain. I've given her 325 milligrams of aspirin. We are requesting 0.4 milligrams of nitroglycerin. Her current vital signs are within normal limits, and she rates the chest pain at a 6 out of 10. Do I have orders to give this medication?
You are authorized to give.
Alrighty, thank you. All right, the doctor, I called the doctor, and the doctor told me that I can go ahead and give that, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and right underneath your tongue. There you go. Okay. So my impression is cardiovascular chest pain. And the last thing I want to do is while we're going to the hospital, I want to go ahead and reassess you. Okay? And what we're going to reassess is we're going to reassess your vital signs again, make sure that the chest pain doesn't change any.
Okay.
Go ahead and make sure and rule out those other body systems. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I am.
All right, so now I'm just going to give my report to the EMS, the ALS that I called. Okay, so this is Jenny. She's a 64-year-old female that had chest pain while walking out in the park. I've given her 325 milligrams of aspirin, as well as 0.4 milligrams of nitroglycerin. I did receive I did contact medical control, and medical control approved that. The chest pain started about 45-50 minutes ago now. It really hasn't changed since then. Did the nitroglycerin change any?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's seasoned up some.
Okay. Vital signs are within normal limits, and it's about time for me to go ahead and get to reassessment. Alrighty. They're going to take good care of you, Jenny, all right?
Thank you.
All right.